I don't know anything about skulls. There's your opening
Or
for you.
bones.
I don't have a skull.
You do have a bone, though.
Been a long time.
Yes.
Oh, so long, in fact, that it can't load properly.
This was... I mean...
This is the re-release of the first one, the 10-year anniversary thing.
This is before all the fanfare, back when it was still an
Yeah, back when it was
idea.
innovative in 2001. Which, when you really consider this was 3 years after Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I suppose that's impressive.
This game also has the comparison feature that lets you look at what the graphics looked like, and then it has the upgraded graphics.
Oh.
I don't remember what that button is, but I guess we'll find out once the actual gameplay starts. My guess is this is non-upgraded graphics. This looks a little bit old school. But the reason I wanted to play this is because, well, actually, it'll depend on faces.
We made a blind jump.
This actually might be the updated graphics, because that's better than a face could have been in 2001, I think.
Maybe so.
Although he does look a bit stiff.
That's just him personally.
Well, it could be.
He's feeling rather stiff today.
I wanted to play this really for no other reason than
Nostalgia.
because I was in the mood for something not quite so heavy as Chrono Trigger has proven to be. We'll probably still get back to that, but I wanted to play this just because for fun.
Well, it's interesting
because I never finished
the,
this. I played through about half of this. I don't think I ever finished
it.
No, I don't know why. Because funnily enough, I played this last.
That's odd.
Because I had Halo 2 was the first Halo game I got, because it was the new one when I got interested in it. Well, technically I think Halo 3 had come out, but we didn't have a 360 at that time. So Halo 2 I had on the Xbox, and then we had Halo 3, and then I played all through all of them, I'm pretty sure. Even Reach. Even perhaps all the way up to 4. And then finally they made the remake of the... so this is the remake of the first one, which was on Xbox 360, which is why we're playing it now. Because it can be captured with the capture card. And I never finished it, and I've been reading the Halo books, so I guess maybe I'm just in a Halo mood. Well, I wanted to fill the final gap.
I'm curious why you said, because I obviously have the new one on the 1, and you seem to be a bit disparaging on that one.
You have the new one on the 1? Which new one?
Yeah, wasn't that Halo?
I don't know which one you have on the 1. Oh, Infinite, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have it Infinite. You have 5, which is garbage.
Well, how do you know that?
Because that's what everyone said about it. I didn't bother to play it, and I'm willing to concede that it's garbage simply because it shouldn't have existed. 4 should have been the end.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. I think that
Bungie left for better or for worse.
Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
Yeah, I guess we might as well. We could probably skip this, but well, it's not, just because it gives us some buffer time. I am saddened all the more by the Halo TV show, having read the books, because I'm like, they could have made it better than they did.
Was it an easy thing that they made it worse?
Well, I'll tell you. Oh no, it was absolutely a slap a generic, put some famous IP on top of a generic sci-fi show that doesn't have any... Because literally, that was the one... And we even had this discussion back when that was a new thing. But they literally... The writers were like, yeah, we're not basing it that heavily on the games. And then I was like, well, okay. Then what are you basing it on? Because it's one thing... This is interesting. So obviously, since we're doing co-op...
I am going to have to go in, unfortunately, and change my
Well, I don't know. Well, hang on. Do we even know what the controls are?
I know certainly that mine is going to need to change
to
we've
green thumb. We've griped before about how...
Okay, is that not an option?
We've griped before about how the Halo games, every single game has a different default control scheme. So it's just buttons.
So I have been a green thumb for ages.
I actually
don't know
what's with mine.
I don't know why that's the case.
Whoop.
Okay.
You didn't save.
No.
So you gotta save first. Accept.
Sure.
Well, give me the
Is
chance
that
then.
gonna also be for you? That'll be dumb.
Let me do it too, just because I want to have a look.
Nah, it's gonna do it for both of us. That's stupid.
No,
that
it
means I'm gonna have to.
shouldn't.
Yeah, because I started with green thumb.
Well, it might. Well, but we'll see what happens if I change it. What was the default? Because one of the Halo games has the default that I like, and it is not this. My favorite is when the X button is the melee, and that's not an option. Wow.
It's green thumb, isn't it?
No. It does not change, because what I like... Look down, look up. Hang on. Look down, look up. Legacy. What would Legacy refer to?
Legacy was back when it probably was first released, which it's possible.
Disabled. I do definitely want that.
See, I know for a fact that I've always been a green thumb because I like the fact that with green thumb.
Wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm not. It's not X. Hang on. Default. So
B.
as long it might be B.
Yeah, I think it's B. Melee's right there.
Melee. Okay, but it's also A is to jump. I obviously want that. I don't want switch grenades, boxer, jump, switch. No. So I'm torn between the Duke or Hero. Oh goodness, there's too many. Or Southpaw. So Southpaw, Recon, Hero, or the Duke. As long as A stays as jump, that's all of these. In which case, I have no clue. The action button, X being the action button, is pretty standard. I don't want it to be
Go to green thumb and look at its
Hero. So
glory.
it's not Hero. So okay, so we're between the Duke, Recon, or Southpaw. Switch grenades as the bump makes sense. Change weapon with Y, melee. Yeah, I think I'm Southpaw. Now the question is, did that change yours again?
It guaranteed.
No, because it knows who's changing it. No, see,
no, okay.
I think it's just because it changed.
There's something about the reason I like this.
I don't care. Don't explain it to me.
No, wait.
I don't care.
Wait, the boxer is because there's one that.
The only thing I like
grenades,
is later Halo games had the melee button be the trigger or the shoulder, which doesn't make sense because one of the best things you can do, at least in the multiplayer. The one thing that I often did is you hold down the trigger as you approach a guy, pepper him as you're getting close, and then once you're close enough, smack him with the melee. Now, the trouble with that is if you have to take your finger off the trigger to hit the bump or the shoulder, you stop firing. Whereas if you hold down the trigger, you can hold down the trigger and then press B, and then there's no gap between shooting the guy to pistol whipping him. And that's a small detail, but I like that.
But see, the reason I melee on green thumb is the camera button, which is why I
prefer camera button to be because the camera button's finicky. I'm going to be moving around a lot with the camera button.
Yeah, but
I don't want to have to try to press it in a moment of stress.
Maybe I don't know.
Like the camera buttons make sense for sensitive, non-emergency things like scoping or crouching. That makes sense to me because those aren't things you're going to need to do in a high-pressure moment. I mean, I suppose I can understand the argument being that if you're approaching a dude, you're already going to have your hands on the triggers or on the joystick, so pressing it wouldn't be that hard. Yeah. But that affects, I don't know, I find it's hard to press without also skewing the direction.
Maybe so.
In any case, we're obviously not playing canonically because there's two of us.
This way.
Yeah, okay, sure, fine. No, actually, you'll wait for us. We're gonna talk about what the. Okay, apparently they won't wait for us.
I can't recall.
Oh yeah, the Halo show. So because the thing we got mad about it.
Views.
I don't think there is a switch camera view option.
Okay.
Now, oh well, whatever you've done, you've definitely found it. We've gone to the worst graphic mode. What are you pressing?
I'm pushing back.
Okay, that makes sense. So this is the upgraded graphics, as you can
That's
obviously.
actually worth seeing again.
Well, you can obviously tell. I think
so this is the upgraded.
Even having done it by accident, I can tell. So
dear.
This is what 2001 was like. But then
welcome,
again, children.
Even
still looking at this, even still consider this was 3 years after Ocarina of Time. This is much better than that.
But it gives me such.
It's better than even the PlayStation 1 used to be. No,
It does.
That's
like-
ridiculously not the same.
No, I'm not saying it's the same in the actual.
I mean, the only
gameplay,
difference
but
is,
I'm
like,
saying,
yeah, the
look
walls
at
are
this
kind of
kind
bare.
stuff is easily out
No.
of the.
No, it isn't. You're giving 007 far more credit than it deserves. It was the same era as Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the wall panels are a simple flat texture. They don't have the the pipes and whatnot.
Well, look at
But
me.
like that
too.
that
Hang on.
But like this is a far more sophisticated character polygon than anything the NES could have, or not the NES, anything the N64 could have done.
I suppose that's true.
So don't go disparaging the game.
I'm not being.
Quit it.
Oh, sorry. I'm not being unfair. I mean, I think it's.
I think you are being unfair.
Well, I disagree with you. I'm saying it's
This is
certainly
leaps and bounds. This is better than even what the PlayStation 1 could have done. And it actually...
Yes.
Yeah. And it was one of the better of that generation. We can't get through this door. Anyways, the Halo show. We got mad about it before when it first came out, but the new season's coming out, so I'm mad again. Because the thing is, I hadn't read the books when I learned of it happening the first time. And so I was like, okay, they're not basing it off the games, so I'm already not interested in it. But then I also thought, well, okay, I guess they could theoretically base it off of the books, although they didn't. Oh. Hang on. Oh, see, I don't like that. I don't like that the crouch is a hold only. I prefer it when it's a toggle. I don't have grenades. I don't even have a gun.
Don't go swinging that places.
You know, you'd think that a super soldier like me, even in a cryo tube, couldn't I have a gun with me? I guess now that would be a bad idea. You'd have to
your
wait.
gun would be all frozen.
Yeah, you'd have to wait several minutes before you can use it. And that's. But okay, fine. Have it outside. Have
did
it.
that on purpose, you ugly bug, you.
Have a storage chamber on the outside of the thing that's like, okay, yeah, here's the guns for when the guy wakes
Cryo
up.
must have clogged the.
Then again, I
nozzle.
suppose that's not likely that they're expecting you to cryo into combat immediately. There's probably a normal buffer.
down
Hey,
time.
am I the only guy with no gun?
Looks like
Now they don't have the control option like the other games did to take guns from people forcibly.
I was never trained for this.
So I really don't like that you have to hold the crouch button in order to crouch.
On the breach,
That might seem like a small detail, but I do prefer the toggle crouch system where you just press it and then you
yeah,
stay
I don't
crouched.
disagree. I think that
Because
was.
like I'm not able to crouch walk
superior.
anymore. If I go
You
to full
can. It's just difficult.
not really. If I go to full walk speed, he stands up again. Where are y'all getting your guns? Oh, I guess I'm following you. So I'm all right. I'm just leaving my fellow brethren to die. Chief wouldn't do this. I know. I'm one of the insufferable fans now. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, this guy was being mouthy. At least it sounded like it.
Oh, you can't even do the.
Yeah,
See,
you
normally
can't
when
take
don't
guns
have a
from
weapon.
them.
No, I'm saying normally when you don't have a weapon, you can just melee them in the face with your fists.
Well, no, I don't think that would.
Yes, that was the thing.
I think you had to have at least a weapon. even if it
No,
wasn't.
in one of the games, I can't remember which one it was. You could literally, if you didn't have a weapon, it would just punch.
That was
people in the
probably
face.
Reach or one of the later ones. Anyways, we're talking all over this plot.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
I do like Keys. Having read the books, Keys is a more fun character because you don't really see him much in any of the other games. But yeah,
But yes, that is what.
that is indeed what's up there. The thing is, I remember
The thing is-
we talk. I mean, we're just gonna rehash the same thing I already complained about with the first time this
I
happened.
don't like the.
But the
cheap
Witcher,
changes.
the Witcher series, famously, don't go. Oh,
I didn't do it.
no, you can't tap the battery pack too hard or else it
Didn't
comes
even
loose.
move. It.
Well, you
Must have
did
just-
something then. No, I put fresh batteries in it. I think you smacked it.
I did nothing of the sort.
I think you did because those are fresh batteries. Literally, I tested them and everything.
Okay, I'm just telling you, it was shaking, and all of a sudden it wasn't.
Well, yeah, mine did that too, but it's not quite so finicky. Clearly. Okay, what did you do? Well, how about that?
Really?
Get all the setup done, and then the controller's the thing. I mean, I guess you could switch to the wired, but we experienced with the other game that the wired isn't much better these days. Take them out and put them back in, maybe. I mean, we obviously know that they're put in correctly because they were just working. And they can't be dead. They're literally brand new batteries. I guess I shouldn't say they can't be. I guess we could have bought dud batteries, but
They are.
I could get out the battery tester because I have one of those now. Give it like a blow or something. Give it the N64 treatment. There you go.
That's what the...
Pretend that was in your ears and swoon with flirtatious passion.
What? Or for those that are in that ASMR crowd or whatever it is.
Is it really not going to function?
I don't know if it will.
That doesn't make a lick of sense. Because, like, mine's sensitive. If I smacked it, it would turn off, but it would turn back on again. I don't know why yours is being dumb.
Well,
I mean, okay. So you just needed to give it a spank. So don't do that again, clearly.
Well, I did nothing. Okay, now it's actually...
All right. No, do we need to get out the battery tester? Well, okay. I mean, we can't have to... If you're doing that every 15 seconds, that's going to not work. It came on once and then came off again, so that seems to suggest trouble.
I agreed.
Now, the question is... I mean...
This was also a part of early gameplay.
Well, not really. I feel like these things just don't age well. Because I don't remember having to do all this back in the day.
That's very odd.
I mean, the wire's not much better is the problem. I think we've established
Nope.
satisfaction.
It says no.
Just satisfy my curiosity because I want to make sure we didn't buy dud batteries. And if that doesn't work, now the problem is this thing is just as finicky, so I don't know that this will really help, but as long as you don't shake it, it'll work. Ain't this fun?
It says it's fine. I mean, it's not the highest of charge, but it's...
And it doesn't make a lick of sense, and I don't like it.
Maybe.
Okay, come on now. Nothing worse than feeling up a USB.
Or better, depending on how you look at it.
No, ain't nothing worse. It's not fun. So this does the same thing, so don't mess with... Okay, whatever you're doing, don't do
Trying to pull the springs out and wonder whether that's... Sometimes it's a weird thing like that where it's like, it's a matter of how it's making contact with the cape and the thing. And you...
No, just use the wire and don't shake it.
Well, it's going to be awfully messy if I don't shake it. Here you go.
I'm not even gonna edit this out. That's just how little we care today. Well, that was fun.
Hi.
We were talking about getting angry about Halo.
Back to it.
Yeah, because The Witcher is a series that was originally books. So when... because it was yours. You're the one who's got to push A.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it was yours that went out. So when the writing team for The Witcher
so
said,
much
we're not
different
basing it off of the games, well, she's low poly.
No, but I mean...
Well, yeah, her
later
face
games,
is...
Her face looks significantly
Well, they made her look more like the actress because they could do that later on, but... what was I saying? Yeah, the Witcher writing team, not that they did any better in the end, but when they started at the beginning saying it's not based off of the games, I was like, well, that makes sense because it was originally books. So, sure, base it off the books. Now, they didn't do that either because they're stupid.
Because they're stupid.
But with Halo, I was like, well, okay, yes, there's books, but it was a game first, so you should base it off the game. And the books were written by the guys who wrote the game, so, like...
It should be in congruence anyway.
But then they didn't base it off of the books or the game, so it just sucked.
So they just gave everybody
I will say,
royal finger.
The one thing that a lot of the people who did watch it, I'll admit I'm not one of them, but the people who did watch it said, okay, at least they did a decent job with the combat scenes. They capture the vibe pretty well.
Yeah, but that's
But
not
all-
everything.
but everything
That's like
else
the
was
people
garbage.
Yeah, I mean,
And I mean, some
Do
people
people
might say,
really
well,
watch
it's
movies
well,
for
it's
that, though?
it's not a movie. It was a show,
but I mean, like that any sort of television of any kind.
I mean, you
to
could
me
make the
is-
argument that, well, Halo, all it is a shooting game, so as long as we got the combat right, it didn't matter that we didn't do well on anything else. It's like, well, no, that's not true.
Well, because that's not where the substance is. I mean, I would argue even in the game itself. The whole point is
Well,
even though the graphics don't. I mean, again.
I mean,
they
the
don't have to
story
be-
is, I don't know how well the story would hold up compared to other sci-fi properties, but
Well, it's certainly not.
I
terrible, that's
find
all I'm
this,
saying.
I mean, the books aren't great, I'll admit that much myself, even having read them. The only reason I read them is because I find it an interesting kind of... I find the sci-fi world building mildly intriguing.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we
So
would
here's a good
notice.
test. Let's see how accurate they got this.
But
Look
we
at me.
did.
Turn around. How much taller than this guy am I?
Where are you?
Behind you. Oh, not see. I should be like way taller. I mean, I know that I'm slightly taller, but I ought to be like, you know, a full, not just head and shoulders. I ought to be like 2 heads high above these guys. Have you seen? You probably haven't. But there was a rather interesting. It was a guy in. Oh, here's my gun. Without ammo in it. Why on earth is that a thing? What? Oh, good grief, no. Hang on.
What?
Something I've chosen is egregious. Why is fire the left trigger?
It's a southpaw setup, you weirdo.
Well,
Did you
okay,
not notice that?
I was focusing too much on the melee button to realize. Okay, so hang on. Jump,
Oh,
which,
that's funny. I wondered about that. I was going, oh, that's interesting.
action,
Use
jump,
the
melee.
left.
Okay, so Duke is what I want. Screw southpaw. I want the Duke.
See, I have been a green thumb for, well, honestly, not just Halo. There's quite a few things that I actually use this similar setup as far as melee being the
Now, I do prefer when the left button is the aim button, but I don't think I can get all I want in
Where's
this.
the? Can you pick up stuff still from them? I'm not. seeing
Not
it.
no, probably not unless it's explicit. Plus, plasma pistols, you don't want those.
Well, that's probably true, I suppose.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
Oh, hello, my pretty. See, the one thing I will say, as much as Halo 2 remains my favorite game in the series, it had legendarily bad gun sound effects. Like the, specifically I remember the minigun on the Warthog sounded like a kid with playing cards in his bike tires. Like it was literally like flipping through a flip book. It was just embarrassing. This has got some oomph.
Keep your head down. There's two of us here.
Oh, okay.
All right, now that I'm thinking about it, I've got to be pedantic and I don't think I'm gonna get what I want. I want the. Oh, okay, that I could get used to that if melee's the other trigger button. So there's not an option in which the left trigger button is the aiming button. In which case I'll stick with the Duke and try to make do. I just prefer that because I find trying to hold the stick while you are walking, again, it's the same kind of issue. Now here's something the books... I guess this is just me going to be nerding about Halo again.
Which is
One thing that
fine. I
the
mean,
books,
hasn't
the one
happened
thing
in a
that the
while.
books do almost universally that I find never quite works is there's too much Covenant stuff. And some people would say like, oh, that's the,
Well,
you
see
know,
that I was.
you don't
about to
get much
say,
Covenant in the game, so
Well, that and for me, the Covenant has been the more interesting. Anyway.
yeah. The thing is, writing an alien species, I think, is just difficult.
Maybe, but I mean,
So I find that it struggles to make them believable. Now, hang on. I can aim... Oh, so you're just saying this gun doesn't have a scope, therefore I can't iron sight it? Maybe that was true in other Halo games. It's honestly been a long time since I've played any of these. I thought he was dead. Anyways. Yeah. I am now an insufferable Halo fan who's read the books. So my opinions are even stronger and bitter. Ooh. Is there friendly fire on this? Hold still. Is that actually hurting you, or is it just flashing the screen?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. Okay.
How about we not find out?
Well, we had to find out.
Did something just hit us? Move in.
Yes.
Back to the airlock.
Yeah, it was me smacking your butt.
Can you shoot? So you can shoot them too. That means.
Yeah, that was the classic thing you could do. Is back before they
Would
gave you
actually
the
get, like,
forcible.
upset.
Well, yeah, they'd all eventually, if you killed enough of them, your guys would turn on you. But I think that's might actually be the reason they eventually gave the. Oh, I got stickied. The reason they gave the forcible commandeering of weapon button. You could walk up to a guy and tell him to give you his gun, because other than that, the only other option was just to kill him, to take it from him. And that's not terribly sportsmanlike, I hear. The enemies are nearby. You have to clear the area before I can survive. I'm broadcasting my energies to you. That's quite a look. You realize it just came from behind you, right?
Certainly. Okay. Ah.
You're getting shot and your health's low. This does the Halo Reach thing where your health is permanent damage, but you have to
your
repair
shield, you
with
have
med kits, but your shield comes back. And
is-
I'll
I
admit,
find that that's
it makes sense. I just didn't like it. And I know that that's a kind of a cheap
okay,
criticism.
There's no one here, so
Oh,
what?
I am back.
I was a you
just wasn't looking.
weirdo. You're just standing there like a
I don't
bum.
want this piece of junk. Where was my gun? Yeah, come on, give me these things, fellas. No, I don't want this either. Hey, my corpse sticks around. In quite a pose.
Draw me like one of your French girls. Are you wanting to be one?
Draw me like one of your French covenant. Anyways, yeah. The books are nothing special. I only really read them because they give additional details of the world and the plot and stuff. I think we're going back the way we came. Oh, no, there's enemies. This must mean we're in the right spot. Well, apparently we're getting too absorbed already.
Why were we not talking?
This is how gaming used to be. Back in the days, you'd get some friends around, you wouldn't even speak to it. Oh, hang on, you pulled a flanking maneuver. How'd you get over there?
I went around the back, you weirdo.
I'm behind cover. I'm doing the sensible thing.
Apparently not, because I was able to surprise like 4 of them.
Yeah, it was only because I gave you cover.
Oh, well, then we worked it out, just like old times.
Yes.
Yes, that would be me making sure the back was clear.
Which way do we go?
We're clear.
By that I
Thanks for
mean,
letting me
thanks for
know.
the help, Chief. Oh, we can't actually jump over this stuff. That's the downside of being over 7 feet tall.
Okay, so where are we at then? Because I just went around there. It's just a circular pattern.
Oh, okay, no, they're over here.
Where at?
Where I
forward,
am.
Further forward, yeah, okay. I got you.
Oh, hello, you're not dead. That's been rectified.
Rectified.
Alrighty, well, whoop.
I just
You got.
absorbed your butt.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened.
I don't think
Back
you
in the
absorbed
day.
anything. I think my butt absorbed you.
Now we're getting into some weird nonsense.
Well, I mean.
I loved the weird little dance they used to do when they were trying to strafe. It's like,
Well, it's because they got the weird goosenecks.
well, I don't know. Maybe they're just feeling the groove.
Having read the books, I assure you they do not.
What does that even mean?
The Covenant especially the Sangheili, are essentially portrayed as like Klingons. It's like they're
but-
super turbo serious about everything, always.
Well, that doesn't inherently mean they're not dancers. Maybe they're serious about dancing.
Well, you know, you've countered me brilliantly.
I'm just
Because now that I'm thinking about it, having also watched a lot of Star Trek, that seems like something I could see. Like, not that Worf would ever dance publicly under any circumstances ever. But I imagine there's probably some Klingon dances that are like very serious and, you know, only for like weddings or funerals or something.
What?
Oh, that's sad. I just watched the guy get killed in front of me. Oh, and so did you.
What? I missed it. Did you just die? I feel.
I don't like that I have to
about
re-scavenge my guns every time. I don't remember Halo doing this to me. This is nostalgia blinding me again.
I guess so. You're only looking at the positives and not.
Yep. The past is nothing but rose-tinted glasses. Why is that the phrase?
Sometimes it's nice to put those on, though. Yeah, I'm curious.
Why is
about that
rose?
too.
Why
is
would
that a
rose
positive
tint?
thing?
I mean, I guess just roses. It's generically positive.
Maybe everybody wants to be.
Everybody wants
Let
to
Elton
be a
John.
cat. I assure you, most people don't want to be Elton John.
Well, I'm just saying the rose-tinted glasses.
Data
thing,
point
that's-
of 1, but that would
Data point of
that
one.
would confuse the hell out of me. Oh, he's got stickies. Get away from him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now it's up to
I
me.
just got cooked.
Wee, 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 wee. Oh, he reacts quite stolidly to that. Am I being helped with auto aim? I feel like the game is patronizing me. Whoa! I swear there's
He just spawned out of nowhere.
I swear there's auto aim happening.
I didn't feel.
I don't feel the need for that. See, this is what I like. Is you walk up to a guy and then you smack him right at the end. Even if he's already dead, you just do it, you know, to assert
I'll
dominance.
say that seems a little bit teabaggish.
What?
I
They
don't
deserve
know.
it.
I mean, what's the difference between that and
On the landing above us.
squatting above somebody's?
Well, I feel like a slap is a little bit less insulting,
Well, maybe
even if only marginally.
it's certainly more gentlemanly, I suppose.
I mean, I don't. Oh, I thought you said gentle. I was like, well, it's not really, but
Slap you or put my junk in your face. What do you prefer? You choose. Okay.
are you shooting me? Oh, oh, wow, he got me good. Stay alive. For me.
Do I have any grenades? That's. Oh, yes, I do. Apparently.
Stand closer to that pillar. I get a great view.
Hey, I'd love to.
Work it, Chief.
What are you? Are you getting?
Step
like,
closer
some
to the
sort of
pillar.
weird-
Yeah, that's it.
You're getting some weird jollies out of that?
Well, I mean, are you?
No.
I'm cosmically floating
Thanks,
around your butt.
weirdo.
This is a weird metaphysic we're experiencing. Oh, there you go. That was the sauciest one. Woo!
What just happened? Did you spawned out of my buttocks?
I don't want these garbage guns.
There you go. Well,
All right. Well, I'm 12 again.
apparently I still have it. That's encouraging, at least. That apparently the games that I actually.
Well, we are playing this on.
I was about to
We
say.
are playing this on the not the legendary, but the step above normal.
And let's be
I
honest.
have
we've
saved
done a
you
decent time.
sometimes.
I'm not saying you haven't. I'm
This
just saying
isn't the
we've
right
done a
spot,
decent
though.
time. We've not embarrassed ourselves. Is all I'm saying.
Why is it flashing for me to reload? Oh, that would be why.
It's been a minute since I played these games, and I certainly haven't done anything stupid yet.
You have, however, shaken a booty that can't quit.
What? What did you? Okay, let's go over that again, pal. You were dead, and then you uncrossed your arms because you were just a little too uncomfortable.
Well, even in death, they have a certain sense of decorum.
Maybe.
Hey, I got grenades finally. And I wasted one on dead people, but
I did that earlier. I was like, do I have those? Oh, yeah, I do.
where's me flashlight? I forgot what me flashlight button was.
I remember what
Oh.
mine is.
Okay, yeah. Oh, hang on, look at me.
See, there's a part of Green Thumb that is that is.
Wait, but look at.
It's
I want to
nice
see
that-
what do the flashlight come out of?
Well, our helmets, you weirdo.
No, but I mean, like, what part? Oh, it doesn't even show. See, in later
Does it
games.
come out the face?
No, in some of the games it did. In some of the games, there's like clearly defined flashlight things on the side of the helmets.
I feel like that's a little. I don't know. I almost like the idea of almost like the Iron Man. It just comes out. The screen
Oh,
helmet.
the thing is, I don't think that would
jumped
make
out like
much
you were-
sense.
I guess not.
Because like the visor, especially like knowing what the visor, it's not just like a helmet. It's a proper like full-on spacesuit. So the visor would distort any light that came through it.
I don't know.
I'm getting a lot of reminders of the intro of Halo 2 as well.
You know what I find helpful about Green Thumb is that it's been consistent across the board. Whereas a
Well,
lot
I
of
mean,
the
yeah,
other
and
ones have
all of the
changed.
the defaults have always changed.
But I'm saying
I mean,
like the Duke and like all those
I
other
don't think
ones.
any of those
they've-
ones change. I
I
think
feel
the
like they have.
I don't feel like they have. I feel like that's the whole point of a preset is that it
Well, I
stays
know,
the same.
but like for you, I feel like you have a different preset.
well, because
for
I never
every Halo game.
Well, yeah, because I usually just used the default and got used to it. But there were certain ones I liked
Maybe
more than
so.
others.
I guess for me,
This
I
is not
just
the way.
always-
This is the way.
I know.
You can tell by the giant glowing red
Look
thing.
at my helmet. This is the way.
Yeah, that didn't go much. That didn't go anywhere either. That series.
I was
TV just
disappointed
sucks
in
a
that,
lot.
but only because.
Did you get to
it
season
could
2?
have been cool. I got partially through.
Well, you got to
season
get to
2.
the end of season 2, and it's
I
like, okay,
switched-
season 2 ends well, but I wouldn't.
I
continue
switched
past
over
there.
to what was the other one?
Is this an airlock or something? Why is it taking so long to open?
No, it's just closed.
Well,
We're
no,
just,
this is
we're
the way
just
we're
in here
supposed
having a
to-
party in the back.
Well, no, it told
Oh,
us to come
okay.
in here.
Well, we're trapped. Help! Help!
Ah,
we're
okay,
trapped.
it's over here. Aha, there we go.
Look for clues.
I guess these might be like, what, maintenance tunnels or like access tunnels?
Oh, I got
can't
zapped
feel
here,
like
but
you're
again.
not that far behind me when that happens. Oh, turn around!
It zapped me in front of you this time. Ah!
Oh boy, this is a labyrinth.
Take it on the chin, baby.
Wow, that changes the mood of that song a lot.
That's
Good
terrible.
grief. That radically alters the song. Just, don't make him angry. That's just a simple solution.
That's terrible.
Hey, you said it. Hello.
Now I've got this trash. Where's my
That's right.
self?
Only you can find him. Got to go find the little chief in me. Hey, it's us. Anyways, I don't have much anger about Halo, just because I saw the ads and I was like, oh, I'm a little bit surprised, if only because it is certainly gutsy. Like, everyone hated the show. At least everyone I ever heard talk about it hated it. I'm almost surprised that it seems like ratings don't matter anymore. It's like, yeah, we're just going to option another season almost as though it's... Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's essentially, it's just TV has become investment strategy rather than art. It's not about, hey, let's tell an interesting story. It's, all right, well, what are the odds we make a profit if we produce another season, even though the first one was garbage? So it's like, because surely if you were doing this the way things used to be, you'd say, all right, the reviews of the first season were awful, so the studio says, no, we're not going to make another one. I don't feel like you're that far behind me when that happens.
Well, that time I was trying to get my way back.
Hello. Whoa, that was a bad start. Hang on, lads, do over. I feel a little bit too spray and pray. Whoa, okay, well, I mean, given the context.
Okay, I missed that one. That did me a world of hurt.
That was a totally foolish throw that didn't affect anything. That was a far more effective throw. Ooh, grenades all over. We got different kinds now. Hello.
kinds of grenades. I want grenades all over me. Bye, pal.
You don't seem to have any thoughts on the Halo show or Halo generally.
Well, no, as far as Halo in general, obviously, it's definitely a game that I have a great degree of nostalgia over. But, because that, honestly, it was really where I think that, okay.
Whoa! Oh, okay, cutscene trigger.
It's where I really first probably
Chief's just like, get up, you fool.
Playing video games more actively, which I think is probably the story for a lot of people.
Well, our generation.
Within our generation, yeah. But I suppose for me, I played earlier than that, but this was really a mode switch as far as the kinds of games and what they were capable of, especially when it comes to moving camera and location of your character around at the same time. That was kind of a new and novel concept, I feel, and so that was unique. The game or the any of the TV show stuff, I mean, I'm not as familiar with. I watched some of the really early stuff that they tried to do, like Forward Unto Dawn and all that.
That
trash.
was part of. Well,
It was not terrible,
bad.
but the problem is it was so short-lived, and that when they finally introduced Master Chief, it was like, okay.
Yeah, that's ironically that was when it got less interesting.
Yeah.
Because it was part of the promotional material for Halo 4, so it goes into the backstory of Lasky and some of those guys. I don't know. The thing that makes me more annoyed is, when the Halo TV show first came out, I was like, that sounds like a dumb idea. Even as a fan of Halo, I'm like, it doesn't sound like that could carry much weight, especially if they're not going to base it off the games, which is nonsense.
Right.
And then after that, I had finally started reading the books, and I was like, okay, they could have actually made a decent show based off of some of the material in the books.
What? Is that just because we're playing together? Standard.
Wow, that feels like a flashback from 15 years ago.
I've never heard that one. I've heard of like
Flawless
potato
Cowboy.
chip. What? Was that just something you made up? Flawless Cowboy.
Nope, that's my new nickname for you.
Hey, I'll take it.
I believe we are currently
On the
where are we at? We are currently here. Because these are all prequels technically. Well, no, I mean technically, no, yeah, even that's a prequel because the Fall of Reach happens before anything else. See, I'm not so insufferable. Oh,
when does the flood come in this game?
Are these fellas all dead?
Well, yeah, that would be why we're randomly picking up all their stuff. If they were just sleeping, I don't think we'd be that.
Well, okay, these guys. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the guys still in here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about these guys. I was like, yes, that's why we're here.
Because, like, I mean, I
Ouch,
suppose.
that's me.
Well, I guess they're not ODSTs.
Well, are they sleeping?
I don't know.
Nope, that guy's definitely dead. Look at him.
I guess this was before we perfected the drop technology to let people survive falls from space.
He's.
When you really think about it, the
Look at
ODST
him,
thing
he's
doesn't actually make
gone.
much sense.
What does that mean?
It means what it should mean, which is what I used to think it meant was orbital drop strike teams. What it actually stands for is orbital drop shock troopers, which I think is worse.
That is way worse.
Because essentially it was you'd deploy basically little miniature escape pods from ships passing over like in orbit, and then they'd land on the ground. And so it's basically the fastest way of deploying a strike team, which is why I thought they should be called orbital drop strike teams, but they're not called that.
What did you think of Red versus Blue? That was an
I
interesting.
never. That was not my era. I was not on the internet in this era.
Because that was a weird bit of pop culture. I certainly was never mainstream. I feel like.
Well, it was
but maybe that's
Well,
unfair.
I mean, I get YouTube from that era never was mainstream.
Well,
It's
but
famous amongst those who were on YouTube in that era, but I wasn't.
See, I was, and I didn't feel like it was good enough to really consistently watch. I mean, it was novel
Hey,
at
mate.
times, but
What you gonna do?
when they come,
You mean they haven't detected us? We're standing in the field waiting for them.
hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Covenant, folks. I suppose I shouldn't even waste my nice stuff on you guys. These guys drop with just... the one thing... Oh, that's the skull I should have put on is the happy birthday headshot skull. The one that
Could
makes
be a
confetti pop
toilet
out of them.
skull. I love that one. That mod? Okay,
It's
was
not
that you?
It's not a mod. It's a...
I thought it was a mod.
No, I mean, it's one of the skulls. It's in the game, though. You don't. It's not a separate thing. Oh, they got more.
Got the Needler.
Wee.
I feel like the Needler was such an overrated weapon.
No. The
It
Needler was
was.
pretty great.
It's not, though.
It is, because it does double damage.
Only,
They explode once they hit the person.
I understand.
So
I'm not
you get penetration damage and then they explode.
say that again.
I won't. Especially because you want me to.
Expressly because you want me to.
There's another one.
That was
Now, where's the run button? Oh, this is probably before there was a run button.
That's why you got to take it on the chin, because you can't take it on the run.
Just committed to that, apparently.
I am.
Well. I guess that's it. That's all we got.
Well, I mean, that's not a terrible...
The one now, since
Understanding
I've never finished this could be a backup series as well.
I would enjoy that. I actually, I
think
mean,
I- We gotta just
okay.
commit to playing games that we want to actually play all the way through, rather than just like, oh, we got to find new games all the time. Just be like, nah, just play a game we haven't finished.
Well, that and games.
I
we
gotta fill
actually
in. This is the
enjoy.
last
There's a part
bubble.
of it that is. a
And
bit
I
of
say that there's actually plenty of Halo games I haven't played, but most of them, it's like I don't think Halo Wars deserves to be considered.
To be honest, I would. Be
I tried to
interested-
play
I would
the
be interested
ODST
in playing
game.
the 5, just simply because I want to hear your rants.
I would
about
almost
why it's
six.
terrible.
I would as soon skip to 6 because, from what I understand, 6 basically erases 5.
Well,
Not officially, but in a way that's like, okay, yeah, we can just say the way that happened, yeah, it worked out. We're on to definitely different. Essentially, the thing that, from what I understand of 5, which is why I think it's dumb, is it is, for some reason, they latch onto the idea that Chief can't live without Cortana, who dies
which
in
is
4.
not even the truth.
Well, I mean, they do have, their relationship is weird,
Well, but it's certainly not one that.
but it also makes
Forever
Chief out, yeah, it
stipulated
makes
was-
Chief out to be way more of a weirdo. Well, kind of. Where it's like, yes, okay,
I can't live without you.
and then, but that also doesn't make sense that she's still alive in some sense. It's like, well, okay, A, she was supposed to be dead, and B, I'm pretty sure Chief could move on. It's like, oh yes, of the thousands of teammates you've lost over the years, Chief, this is the one we just can't get over. And yeah, it just doesn't make much sense. And
Well,
then
they
6
could
seems
have
to make
even-
at least slightly more sense. The one trouble they have is they keep having to now introduce new villain characters, not just characters, but like whole races, or I guess not races, organizations. Because it's like, oh, the Covenant have been defeated, and now we actually, you know, can work alongside some of them, like the Arbiter and the people who helped overthrow the Covenant, and we're okay with them now. But now that means we have to have new enemies. So it's like, even I'm not one of the people who hates Halo 4. It's definitely the weakest, in my opinion, story-wise. Because it's like, okay, yeah, the Covenant's no longer a threat, and we're in a new, unknown part of the galaxy, so we had to create this whole new species to be a threat, and they just don't feel like they have any real reason to exist. And so it kind of feels like that's also what's happening in 6. 5, from what I understand, the main people you fight are the actual UNSC people who... Essentially, Chief goes rogue because of Cortana. And I'm like, this
That
just doesn't feel
seems so
sensible.
stupid.
Whoa.
How about he goes rogue because all these people you're fighting with are morons?
Well, I mean, that's technically canonical depending on how much you play. I certainly know in Halo 2, Chief's a bit of a psychopathic murderer whenever people around him have nice guns. So, it's not out of the question.
That's a really nice gun. Be awful if somebody shot you for it.
Well, the other thing was, it was always more fun to try and take, like, to beat the level with as little help as possible. So sometimes you just start at a level and be like, alright, I'm going to kill all the reinforcements because I want the challenge. Where are you at? I'm getting no action over here.
Well, I can tell you why, but there's a secret to my success.
Yeah, it's that butt wiggle you do. I saw it earlier.
Well. What can I say? I take dancing very seriously, just like the Covenant does.
I don't know where we're going. Someone said follow him. Well, not even at an hour yet. Wow.
Oh,
I hear
What's going on
gibbering.
over
Alien gibbering.
there's right on the back.
I softened him up for you.
Yes, you did, but
I would have gotten an assist for that.
yeah, when did they introduce that whole concept?
That's much more of a... Oh, stay alive for me. That's much more of
I'm
an
not
online
gonna.
concept.
I have a
if
feeling
understand.
someone's behind me. Ah!
They came from behind.
They came with fire. Okay,
Don't
Pal.
just... You gotta shoot him. Don't... This is just a cruel joke. I'm just... Oh, I was back. I had spawned in and you were running across the screen. This is... Oh, someone's trying to flank us. They're not going to succeed.
well, they'll just apparently run and we'll just smack them in the back of the neck. That does seem a bit cruel, but see, there's something.
Where's the
There's
flanking?
something.
I ain't being flanked.
There's something cathartic about
Give me the flank and I'll
pistol
give him the
whipping somebody
spank.
in the neck. That's why I say.
Well, that probably puts you on a list, I think, somewhere.
That's actually.
You know,
how
I
I've
find
gotten
there's
all
something awfully cathartic
Can't-
about bathing in viscera. I don't know why.
Can't miss any of the action.
Here they are. This is a poorly organized flank, fellas. I don't even know. Where's the action?
Flanked your flank.
We outflanked your flank. I'm not even
I see
involved.
your flank and raise you a flank.
I'm not even around. Where's this flank?
Where are you?
I want my flank. They're not even on my HUD. Where's the radar's giving me no contact?
Why aren't you being suctioned to my buttocks?
Because my buttock is the primary.
That is probably why. You are the.
Oh, I was
you
way
are
too
the
far away
chief
from the tower.
buttock.
Okay.
You're the.
So we're is this a defense mission? We haven't been paying
Oh.
attention. And by we, I mean me. I don't know what is going on. I just showed up after the battle being like, hey, where'd these guys come from?
Huzzah! Huzzah! Oh, well, that's probably significant up there.
The glowing fire? I think that's just the teleport. Or the launcher. Is it the gravity launcher that the other games had?
Maybe.
Well, you're awfully despairing for someone with no... We're all gonna die. Why? I don't see any enemies, pal.
Master Chief's here. We're all gonna die.
Even if we were...
He
Well,
wants
actually,
our-
well, no, that's
He
actually more
wants our
accurate.
guns.
If he comes up to you, just drop whatever you're holding, I promise.
Just don't even ask questions. Just take it like a man.
Yes, okay, I will.
Yes, okay, I will.
Whoop, I'm taking the fight to them.
You know, I find it hilarious that they make
Whoop,
it go.
they took the fight back. They,
What? What were you gonna say?
well, because I don't know why. I was gonna
These
say
guys
something,
are so annoying.
and
I
then the
hate them,
alternative,
dude.
and then an alternative appeared to me. I was gonna say they took my balls and went home,
What?
as opposed to they took the ball. They took their ball and went home, but they got me as well.
Okay, there's no one here now.
Too many enemies. Whoop! They say nay. Well, you just shot that man in the leg. That's a dedicated soldier, though. Didn't even
Serves him
complain.
right. He's just like, yeah, it's all right, Master Chief. I needed an extra. I need some iron this morning. Didn't eat his
Right.
Wheaties for breakfast, so I had to help him out a little
Because Wheaties is a great source of iron.
bit. I don't know. I'm just making crap up.
Oi! Ah, I had one bullet left. That was it. Get back here. Get out of my face.
He said no.
Was that a death sound, or is he just mad?
No, I just smacked him in the face with my... Oh! Why would you do that?
I didn't think you
You
were...
weirdo!
Because your butt was in my face, and I didn't think you were that low. And now there you go, you're back, see?
Yeah, but now I gotta go get my guns from my own buttocks.
Well, that's a life lesson for you.
About receiving guns from people's buttocks.
I'm pretty sure buttocks is the plural. I don't think you need to make it plural. Buttocks.
Buttocks.
Because technically you can
Yeah,
have
but
a
is it
single
one of
buttock.
those that's like, oh, that's true.
Left and
buttock,
right
that's-
buttock.
Yeah, but that includes both cheeks.
No,
Buttocks.
No, one buttock is a buttock.
Buttock is
You have two of
one
them.
cheek.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Therefore, you don't have to make it
so
buttocks.
Buttocks.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Is buttocks is already
both
plural.
cheeks, but then is it like
Buttocks
doubly
is-
plural when you say
Well, I
buttock?
guess multiple people's buttocksies. You mean your butt to my butt, or our individual butts? I can't get up to the glowing fire. I am the wielder of this secret fire. Something. Oh, okay.
The wielder of the something flyer of honor.
Wielder of the gun of anus.
What?
You talked about.
Took a
You
digression.
talked about getting guns from butts. Pelicans are the coolest part of the Halo universe. I'm just gonna say it.
Do you think so?
Of all the Halo vehicles, the Pelican is the coolest. Despite the name, I mean, I admit it's a dumb name. Ah! All right,
Seriously,
fine, I'm
right.
coming. Oh, you've relegated... I actually don't mind being the driver, to be honest. I mean, it's certainly better than trying to hit stuff when someone else is driving. Okay,
So you've essentially said, good luck.
well, I mean, I am definitely like a circle strafer when I'm driving, so...
What's interesting is we naturally just have fallen.
Whoa, cliffs!
Oh, dear
cliffs!
me! Get me out of here.
Don't, well, okay.
I'm not certainly going over the side with you like that.
Ah! But see, it's fine though because the car survives, and then I can do that.
Do what?
Flip it. That's the one thing, because canonically, that's like
Oh, apparently I didn't survive.
I'm gonna go steal your grenades, all of them. Well, they won't give them to me.
Suck.
Am I? Oh, I might
It
be.
just allowed
I
me
might
to
be
pick
full up on.
everything
I
up.
probably am full on grenades, but like canonically, when a warthog flipped over, it's like, yeah, Spartans can just be like, yep, I'm gonna lift this 3,000-pound piece of machinery and flip it over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're a
that's not
passenger,
where
you
I
gotta
wanna
get in the gun.
It is funny though to me that we've just naturally fallen back into our patterns of how we used
There
to
you
play
go,
this
donuts.
game. Because
Was I always? I don't
There's-
remember being
there's-
dedicated driver.
well, not specifically, but I mean, it's funny how you and I almost organically, without even having to
Well, I mean,
speak
you
about,
okay.
oh, you take right, I
Well,
take
you
left,
got the
this
gun
is that,
before
and
me,
that.
so I mean, it's that.
Well, but I'm even saying, like, the way that you went on the front and I went on the back side of that other
What?
inside the building. I mean,
I
it's
just
just
thought
like,
you went the wrong way at first.
no,
You're gonna try
But
and
it's-
convince me that you did that purposefully.
yes, I did. I was the one that opened 2 doors to get there.
It was really hard.
It was very
There were
hard.
2 doors in my way. I had to. Okay,
There was all kinds of latches.
kind of
You
weird
gotta-
alien monolith are we
You
in?
gotta close up patches and plug your nose.
Am I going right back out the way I came?
No, you're going up. It's like one up.
Going through our checkpoint done.
It's
I
like
must
one
be
of
going the
those-
right
it's
way.
like one of those little.
Hey, run them down. Run the man down, matey, run the man down. Oh, I remember this. I remember this. Sorry.
Okay.
Survive for me.
I certainly will not.
I remember this puzzle now.
You were driving too. I remember this. I remember.
Well, I
this.
remembered it too late. Because I came up across the bridge, but by the time I tried to swerve, it was already too
We
late.
remembered a little
Wee-oo. That's what you deal with shield fellows. Don't bother shooting them, just plow them. with a warthog, I mean.
I meant his friends.
Well, I don't think there's a way to do that, but
Well,
I mean,
people would disagree, but
okay. See, they fixed the other gun sound effects. They didn't fix that gun sound effect.
yeah, this one is really kind of trash. Sounds like somebody typing rapidly on a typewriter. Just
it's a secretary on speed. That's the last guy. Oh, wide. All right, going up the steps. Who's going up the steps? Oh, it's a hag. Oh, well, you gave the game away, pal. I wouldn't have known you were there. Don't go up there! I strapped him on purpose. I didn't think you were following me. Because he made his presence known. Alright, well, I guess that's episode 1. And now it's episode 2, I guess.
Well, that's going to be the transition. Just
Yeah, why not?
welcome to episode 2. If we have to, I guess.
We talk. I had a tortured segue.
Tortured.
Since we're talking about science fiction, fictional technology such as light bridges,
which would be the coolest thing ever. I don't know how that would actually
it
work.
would. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
But
Is there a way to make
light corporeal? No.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there a way to make light a solid?
I mean, I guess arguably it's not light. It's probably some kind of
force field. But,
yeah, some force magnetism thing.
oh, it could be magnetism, I suppose.
If you could contain a magnetic field such that it could
but then
hold
you
a
would have
strict
to have
shape.
magnetic boots or something to negative.
No, I mean, like if you,
negatively
I mean, maybe not a
respond to
magnetic
that.
field. It would be like basically a energy field. Because technically speaking, if you, I mean,
Don't go off the side.
I will on
After all
purpose.
of this.
Hang on, they flanked us again. We didn't outflank the flank. Flank them. Give them a flank steak. Ah. There you go. Whoa. Okay, I think we're good. Nope, there's one more. I see him on the radar. Get him. Digital minimalism. We talked about this ages ago. We're just reviving loads of topics. I wanted to talk about it because
I got the topic back.
I had a reason, and it's gone. I just know that
it's
that was the
not, you
thing I
just
would have
don't
talked.
wanna admit.
No, I just remember that that
I
was.
had a reason. Now I'm embarrassed.
No, it was something. I mean, it was something about. I was thinking about like because I've had my flip phone now for like coming up on 2 years, and I'm never going back. You went back, and I
did.
judged you.
Well,
I didn't tell you about it, but I did.
went back because unfortunately
I didn't
for
wanna tell
work,
you.
my service was not what it should have been.
So it was
Have you
so
run
it was a
into any
service
service
problem.
issues?
No, because this is through AT&T, so it's fine.
Well, but it's not even the actual
well, actually, no,
service
it's through
provider.
T-Mobile, so same difference.
Wow, that's even worse. So the fact that you get service,
T-Mobile's
May
not
just be-
terrible.
I don't know. But I also am on.
Whoa!
I'm having to look at.
Well, we're going butt
spreadsheets
first.
And
On your
and-
phone.
yes,
You
for
have
sure.
you have a tablet though that has data.
No, because I can't. Yes, I do, but trying to deal with that while walking.
Oi,
a
oi! You're
3,000
leaving me.
foot job. Oh,
Why would that be? You have a little strap that means you can wear it.
well, okay, I could be that guy. Yes.
Why? If it's your job, I don't feel like you wouldn't be that guy. You'd be the surveyor who's got a job to do. No one's gonna judge you for that.
Well,
Because surely, if you need to look at spreadsheets, wouldn't a bigger screen be better?
I also have to take pictures though that are time stamped, and it's just far easier to do with my phone.
I wouldn't agree.
Anyway, that's why I went back, but I did not specifically go back in my decision to move away from being on it profusely. It's more
Well, you say that, but how long does that hold up?
It does, I assure you. Because there is a point in which when
I
you
feel like people
when
should
you-
be filmed whenever they have their phone out, just because
Well,
they won't believe that they have it out
that
as
is
much as
actually
they do.
probably true. I mean, I would admit that. Even
That's actually, I think that would be the best. Screw these little apps that are like, oh, we'll keep track of your time data for how much you spend. It should just be for as long as you have the phone open. It should just have the front camera recording your face while you don't know it's doing that.
could open up all kinds of problems.
Sure. Well, not that it's not doing that anyways.
Well,
That wouldn't be any more of a security risk than the risk of it already is. But I'm just saying, if you could see how unflattering you look while you're just sitting on it.
Well, not only that.
That would be the thing that I think makes
uncommunicative
people-
You are to not
Ooh!
only people around you, but also
I didn't realize
people
that it gives me
their
your...
import of. Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, it actually showed me your health was on my screen.
You laid right next to me just because you're that kind of
Yes,
a bro.
in death, we stay 5 feet apart because we're not gay. There you go. It's the all retro hour today.
No, I think there is a point in which you also realize how much you are being. I resist calling it. What would you call it? It's more than disrespectful. Dismissive of your loved ones around you.
Sure, but even beyond that, it's just dysfunctional, I'd say.
Well, that's certain.
Because I had an experience
It's certainly
recently,
healthy.
which was literally like attempting to have a modest, not like a serious topic discussion, but a little bit of like, hey, we need to work out this, thing that's going on.
This was at work.
No, I won't give too
Okay.
many details for the obvious reason.
For the fact that it was me.
No,
No.
but it was just like it was saying, hey,
No!
let me just do my squats. There they are.
Begin those squats.
Hey.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess we could take a flip just for the sake
I
of it.
promise you, I'm a terrible driver.
Well, I'm not much of a great.
And-
Well, hang on. As long as you hold still, I'll actually do just fine.
I will attempt, but I drive far better in real life than I do in this game.
That's,
I assure you
is that a
that.
high bar?
Okay.
That was wow. I feel attacked.
Okay.
I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked.
I'm trying.
Oh, what have you done to me? You've killed me.
Have I really?
I don't think it was him that did that. Whatever you did over the rock just sent me out. Am I back? But it was like, all right, we're trying to discuss a logistical problem, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, did you know that this person's married? And I'm like, why would you bring this up? And it's just because, well, I was looking at it, and so now we have to talk about it. I'm like, I don't think any previous generation would have had the concept of like this.
This is now takes
I mean,
precedent.
I guess the closest it would be is if you were trying to have a conversation and someone was reading a newspaper.
Well, but that's
Which
but
I
it's
guess
literally
that probably happened. Oh, I'm thinking now that you've just reminded me.
Well, it just-
you
it
have
happened,
you have
but it
you have
also
reminded me
was-
of why this all started. It
it
was,
was representative even in like old timey.
But I suppose
like Leave It to Beaver and stuff like that. When fathers were doing that, they were represented as jerks.
true. Yeah, if you were the guy who sat on the newspaper while your family was gone.
Sat on the newspaper.
Sat on it. I mean, with
Did
it.
you know what was in here?
I'm absorbing
Take a
it.
sniff of this.
I'm absorbing it osmotically. Osmotically, I suppose. I mean, you could also say asthmatically, but I mean, it's a portmanteau. I'm dead again.
So am I.